Hey everyone, I'm back at the coast, walking on the beach, trying not to get wet because this joint is high today, high tide. Actually starting to rain a little bit. Yo, I love you guys. Just want to make a video for you. Today's video is going to be about incremental improvements, right? Slow and steady. Whatever you're doing, you just got to focus on getting a little bit better. 1% better. Even a quarter of a percent better each day adds up to a lot. Because if you think about it, right? Let's say you get 1% better at something every day. What does that mean? It means in 100 days you're 100% better than you were, right? That means by the end of the year you're 365% better than you were when you started. Just 1% better a day. I think we could break that down even further. Man, check out these clouds. It's a little bit cloudy today. Let's say you only get 1% better a week, right? 1% better a week. I think there's like 52 weeks in a year, so that right there means you're going to be 50% better in a year. That's a lot. 50% better in a year? I mean, think about that. Think about whatever you're doing now and imagine being 50% better in a year at it. Right? We'll think about a few examples here. Man, look at this water coming up at us. Let's just use the example of weight, right? Like lifting weights. Say today you're able to lift 50 pounds, right? And let's say each week you improve it by 1%, by 1 pound. Something like that. Then based on my calculations, by the end of the year, you'll be lifting what, 75 pounds? Something like that. I mean, I'm not super great with math, but you get what I'm saying, right? Little incremental improvements. And let me know down below if you got better math than me, which I'm sure some of you guys do, right? So I'm actually positive. I'm positive you guys, some of y'all are better at math than me. But you know why? I only took Algebra 1 in high school. Never took Algebra 2. Was able to talk my way out of it. And I'm not saying that to flex. I'm just saying sometimes it's good to learn things, right? Because at this moment, now I'm second guessing my math here. Man, it is starting to rain out here. Check this out. If you don't believe me, look at the watermarks. Beautiful. So grateful to the Most High that I'm getting to spend my lunch out here, drinking on some juice. Some juice. Oh, juice. But yeah. Incremental improvements. Whether that's your money, right? You got your full-time job, you got a side hustle. Incremental improvements. You make an extra $1 a day, right? Somehow you make an extra $1 a day, that's 365 extra dollars at the end of the year. Say you double that. Somehow make $2 a day. It adds up. Little bits add up. Little bits add up to big things. Compounding, right? I hear a lot about compound interest and compounding things. Why don't you compound your results? Compound your effort. Just do a little bit more. A little bit more each day. little bit chilly out here. Start drinking juice. Try to start drinking juice. You know, I just thought of another good example. Like, think about weight, right? Let's say you lose 1 pound a week. You know, you'd be what, like 52 pounds lighter at the end of the year? Think about that. And if you think it's not possible, oh, it is. Some people are losing multiple pounds a week. But it takes you going to that next level though, right? It's gonna take you fasting. It's gonna take you dieting, right? Completely vegan diet, raw, plant-based. Right? Walking around. It's not just about exercise. You know, in my experience, diet is mostly, or your weight is mostly about diet, right? How much you weigh depends on what you're eating, how much you're eating, what kind of foods you're eating, right? Are you eating from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed? Or do you just have one meal a day? Or are you on that next level where you're only eating one meal every other day or every few days? Just think about it. Think about it. If you want different results, you're going to have to do different things. If you want to become someone else that you haven't been before, you're going to have to act like someone else. If you want to achieve things you haven't achieved before, you're going to have to do things you haven't done before, right? And it's that simple. You can't achieve. It's a bird up there. See him? You have to fly high. If you want to achieve things that you haven't achieved before, you're going to have to do things you haven't done before. You're going to have to become who you haven't become before. You're going to have to feel levels of discomfort that you've never felt before. You know, think about that. A lot of people don't think about that. They just think, oh, I want to be like this rich millionaire who's buff and, you know, got all these girls and has all these sports cars and all that. It's like, it's going to take you becoming a completely different person to get that stuff. You're literally going to be unrecognizable. You won't be who you were. And that's a blessing. It's a blessing to be able to change your identity whenever you choose to, just by being grateful to God, trusting Him, doing what needs to be done. Right? Yo, I love you guys. Hopefully some of this resonates with you. Let me know down below if any of it resonates. If you can, get outside. You know, even if it's raining, right? It's raining. I'm at the beach. I don't mind. I'm grateful to be here. I haven't been here in a few weeks. You know, over 2 hour drive here. And it's worth it. Really worth it. You got to be grateful. That's another thing. You're going to have to be more grateful for what you have now than you've ever been before in order to receive more than you've ever had. Right? Oh, this one's coming up here. This one's coming up. The come up. Be grateful for the struggle. Be grateful for the journey. Every day only happens once, right? Every moment, literally every second only happens once. Every decision you make only gets to be made once in that exact way. Make the most of every decision. Make every moment count. Don't count the moments. Don't count the days. Make the days and the moments count. Do what you can. Get outside. Breathe fresh air. Spend time with loved ones. You know, you don't know how much time you have with your loved ones, so spend some time with them. Tell them you love them. Show them some respect. Show them some love. Because I'll tell you, someday you won't be able to. Someday you'll be wishing for what you have now. Someday you'll be wishing for the situation you're in right now. In some way, shape, or form. I was thinking about that the other day about nostalgia, and it's like I have nostalgia for certain things, right? Like video games and hanging out with people and doing certain things when I was younger, and I'm thinking I would have nostalgia for anything that I was doing. I feel like we could have nostalgia for anything we were doing, so don't get too caught up in your nostalgia, right? Don't get too caught up in your, oh, I wish I was back in this time doing this thing, playing this game, hanging out with this people, this, that, and the third. It's like you would have nostalgia for anything because it was the experience you went through in that formative time, and that helped shape you into who you are. Yo, I love you guys. Hope you have a great day. Stay strong. Peace, love, unity, respect, health, wealth, and abundance. All praises to the Most High God. Yo, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.